watching Inside the Purple Room for all your exclusive Raptors news. So the Toronto Raptors not only clinch a playoff spot, but they also tie a franchise record with 20 road wins. And that's a skinny. Let's break it down for you. The Raptors played a home-and-home series last week that faced the Boston Celtics. And let's just say they did their job. Despite those fourth quarter woes, the Toronto Raptors managed to execute in mediocre fashion. It was no trouble for Rajon Rondo as he came back in the game in Beantown with 9 stitches to the head and had an awkward band-aid, was able to dish out the ball left, right, and center. He has such an art when it comes to passing. Well, Kyle Lowry wanted to shock Celtics Nation as he solidified the game with a huge 3, and the Toronto Raptors won their first game in 11 years at the Garden. Post-game, Amir Johnson couldn't help but say, "We made it, we did it, we are in." He even called his grandma, who was super excited for him to be in the game. All the Toronto Raptors needed to do on Friday night at the ACC was win and you're in. And they took care of business. They were able to execute with ease as they went on a couple runs, and the Celtics couldn't really answer back. DeMar DeRozan went off for 30 points, and it was Amir Johnson, one of the longest-serving Toronto Raptors, who tipped in the bucket in the final seconds of the game and played some solid lockdown defense along with his entire team to win the game. After the game, the longest-serving Toronto Raptors, DeMar DeRozan and Amir Johnson, were excited not just about the team winning and clinching a playoff berth, but for the fans. Well, let's take you out to Orlando and the Toronto Raptors. This was a must-win before their stretch gets a little bit difficult. And when I mean difficult, I mean up next, it's Miami, Houston, and Indiana. So the Toronto Raptors definitely did take care of business in Orlando. Vasquez got roughed up and had a little incident under his eye, but that was all taken care of, which meant Nanda DeColo was leading the point. And you also saw a couple of other familiar faces that you don't get to see often. Landry and Steve Novak were in the lineup. And when I saw Landry go high up above the rim, he led the way for the top 10 plays of the day in the NBA. Well, it sure pays off to be ready and come off the bench when your name is called, and Landry did just that. Despite the Raptors being up by 19 points, you knew the Orlando Magic were going to come back. Vujovic had his 36th double-double of the season. That guy has been fantastic. Toronto Raptors, in this case, managed to squeak out that victory. Well, up next, as I mentioned, the Miami Heat tonight. And the Toronto Raptors, well, they have a lot of work to do. Let's see if they can execute the game from start to finish. Until next time, from Inside the Purple Room, I'm Pyle, and I will see you again. Keep watching Inside the Purple Room for all your